This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there. Welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches QuirkyLoveRosee because I can. That's why. That's why. All right, before we get into it, because I am in love. I am in love. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm. I think I have this thing where I can like link products down below. So if you see a link for this, that's what's happening. I am not sponsored, by the way. I don't think I'm technically sponsored. I'm not sponsored. I just have a link for this. I don't know how this works. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm. This stuff's awesome. It's like smooth and shiny, and it has like just enough color to kind of give you a little color, and it's moisturizing. That is all I ask for in a lip balm. So the fact that it's also like glossy and has a little bit of color just makes it all the better. And I'm sorry, this amuses me beyond words. I'm also drinking Liquid Death Kevorkian flavor. I'm sorry, someone's gonna be mad about that joke, but it's called Dr. Death. I don't know what you want from me. It's supposed to be their Dr. Pepper flavor. It's all right. If you can tolerate stevia, this will taste much better to you than it does to me. But it does taste like Dr. Pepper. If Dr. Pepper was made with stevia, which I hate. So, am I going to keep drinking it? Yes. Do I have another bottle of it? Yes. Am I going to drink that too? Darn right I am. Anyway, all of that so that we can talk about Rosie. We're talking about Rosie because that's what we do here, but also we're going to do two things. We're going to kill two birds with one stone here because I have been asked about this by a couple people, a couple of which include my mods who I do listen to. I listen to them more than I listen to the rest of you. Kidding. I do actually. That comes out so poorly. I have my mods. They have direct contact with me, obviously, because they are my mods. They have to have that. And they asked me directly if I was going to talk about this particular thing. However, several of you have also asked me about this. And it's the whole Rachel reacts and the DMs with A and Tommy, aka Emily. And y'all have been wondering if I was going to say anything about it. And the answer is yes-ish. But I'm going to talk about it via this one here. Because, look, all right, just to get this out in the open real fast at the beginning. The video that Rachel put together is, I think, a little out of character for Rachel's normal content. And I understand why Rachel put the video together. I understand why Rachel felt that the content, that particular video, if you haven't watched the video, you're not going to get to watch the video, so you may have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, that is unfortunately the way it's going to be. But if you know what I'm talking about, then this isn't going to be that weird for you. Also, the rest of this video is not going to make... If you haven't seen Rachel's video about the DMs between A and Emily, the rest of this video is not going to make a whole lot of sense to you either, and I apologize for that. So, might not be the best video for you to watch, because you might be lost the entire time. For those of you who do know what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining it, but as I was saying, that video, I think, is not typical of Rachel's normal content. Again, I do understand why Rachel felt like it needed to be done and done quickly. And more so, moreover, yes, I think Rachel's handling of that so far has been mature. I think it has been done, I think she's handling it well, personally. I would like to point out that reactors are human and we make mistakes. I think she's handling it pretty well, and I think that speaks volumes about her character and just in general the integrity of her channel. I think Rachel's a good channel. I think Rachel is a good person in general. I think Rachel has a good head on her shoulders. So there's my statement on that. Did I like the video that she put out? I did not. Would I have done that? No, but keep in mind, I am a horribly suspicious person. I don't like that kind of stuff, period. I don't like it when Jordy does it. I don't like it when anybody does it. I don't care who the channel is. I don't care. I don't like when people publish DMs unless both parties are okay with it. I don't understand why Emily continues to talk to people, assuming those are not manufactured, which they could be, and even Rachel said that in her video. There is a chance that those DMs could be manufactured. Like, Rachel was very upfront about the fact that there is a chance that these are fake. All right. So again, I feel like Rachel did a good job handling the situation. I think Rachel is still doing a good job handling the situation. I think this will just be a blip in the history of the channel. And I think, honestly, all reactors, all of us, can learn from this. So I don't think this is something that we should just be like, wagging a finger at one reactor. I think all of the reaction channels should learn from this. Like, this isn't the only channel to be hit with something like this. People are constantly trying to drum up drama like this, and they're constantly trying to get reaction channels to fall for this kind of shit. I mean, you've got fucking the two women who catfished Amber. You've got this one here who was trying to get all up in Emily's DMs after Emily and Amber broke up. Like, this one right here, who we will be talking about, by the way. You've got the people that were taking pictures of Amber at the laundromat. You've got you've got people who just like straight up fabricate shit. I mean, was it like last year or the year before, people were just straight faking text messages and trying to get those around the internet. Like, this shit happens, okay? So this is just a warning to people. We as reaction channels just need to be aware that this can happen. I'm not saying the messages between A and Emily are fake. I'm just saying this shit happens, right? And all of the reaction channels should be aware that this could happen. Anyway, so I hope that was not that rambly and that you all understand my stance on it. This one here, however, has to make everything about her. And you could take that both ways. It could be me trying to make everything about me, but this is my channel, so that's how this rolls. But we're talking about Rosie. Going back to Rachel's video, Rachel did pull the video. She privated it, and for those of you who apparently don't know how this works, because I saw several people mentioning this in Rachel's community post that she put up, privating the video removes it from AdSense, so she will not be making any more money off of it while it's privated. I saw some people were confused about it being privated versus being deleted. So her privating the video does remove it from making money. So I saw a couple people who were like, "Oh, you privated it, but you didn't delete it." And so those of you who don't know, but this one here apparently doesn't know that either. And decided to get all morally outraged about it. And also decided to leave a comment herself underneath Rachel's video, letting Rachel know how outraged Rosie was at Rachel, because how dare Rachel put DMs up on her channel, because Rosie has never in her life exposed DMs between herself and someone else like Amber, after Rosie went onto Tommy's Instagram and put up messages of sympathy to Tommy. You know, Tommy, the one that Rosie went on a crusade against, telling Amber how Tommy was going to be the end of Amber, because Tommy was an icky, no good feeder and was just going to be the end of Amber, and Amber needed to run away from Tommy. Yeah. That person that Rosie did nothing but warn Amber against. Yeah, after they broke up, Rosie decided to go put a message of sympathy on Tommy's Instagram page just to piss Amber off. And then in their DMs between Amber and Rosie decided to continue to poke Amber, to continue to get a rage response from Amber in the DMs. And then after that, decided to publish those DMs between herself and Amber to try to expose Amber for being crazy, for being angry at Rosie for talking to Tommy, which, yeah, we're all surprised that Amber got mad at you for talking to her ex. Gee, no one could have saw that one coming. I don't know what you thought you proved there. And B, why the fuck were you talking to Tommy in the first place? Why? You were the one who was telling everybody how horrible Tommy was. Why the hell were you talking to Tommy in the first place? Like, why? Why were you even in Tommy's, like, Instagram to begin with? The stuff that Amber said to you in those DMs, you never addressed. Why were you talking to Tommy? Are you actually hoping that Tommy would pay attention to you? Because Tommy is a confirmed feeder. Was that what you were hoping for? Now that Tommy and Amber broke up, were you hoping that Tommy would pay attention to you? Is that what was going on there? Is that because now you're up in Rachel's comment section, mad about these DMs of Tommy's being exposed. So you're white knighting for Tommy again. What are you doing, Rosie? What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on, Rosie? So anyway, I want to read you guys Rosie's comment that she left under Rachel's community post real fast. All right, so this is QuirkyLoveRosee's comment that she left under. This is a screenshot of the comment that Quirky left under Rosie's. No. This is a screenshot of the comment that Rosie left under Rachel's comment community post. There we go. This was handed to me on the Discord by I want to call them one of my irregulars, as if I am Sherlock Holmes, but let's be honest, I'm not. But I do appreciate the help that the people on the Discord give me. Very, 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 very much. But this is, for those of you listening, this is QuirkyLoveRosee from 10 hours ago, not as of today. I don't know exactly. I think that community post went up, 3-4 days ago now. Today being the 29th of May. Yes. Quirky says, you privated the video, not deleted. It doesn't matter. She will no longer be making any kind of AdSense off of it as long as the video is privated, because privated videos don't get AdSense. Which means you're still getting paid for leaking DMs of someone's alleged DV trauma without consent or full context, Rachel. No. I mean, originally... Okay, hang on. No, she will not, because privated videos don't get AdSense. They're private. They are not eligible for ads. because they're private. Anyway. Rosie doesn't know this, which confuses me because Rosie is a content creator. You would think Rosie would know the difference, but apparently does not. The end of the video didn't sit right with me. I don't know what she's talking about. It felt like you were planning on posting and reacting after the backlash that you knew was incoming. I believe at the end of the video, as I recall, it's been a few days, Rachel said something to the effect of, she said something to the effect of, to the audience, you guys let me know how you feel about this video. Basically to the effect of, if you guys don't like this video, I will take it down. The audience effectively said, we don't like this video, and Rachel took it down, as Rachel said that they would in the video. So Rachel said that they would do a thing. The audience said, we don't like it. And Rachel said, okay, well, I said I would take it down. I will take it down. That to me sounds like Rachel's listening to her audience, which shows integrity. That's how I take that. I can be wrong. It's fine. Let's see. So she says that you were fully aware, as you said, the toothpaste would already be out of the tube, but now you can hide behind taking accountability. If you say you're going to do something, and then you do the thing that you say you're going to do, that's doing the thing you said you're going to do. Now, we can argue, we can sit here and we can have the conversation of, should the video have been posted in the first place? We can have that conversation. We really can. And we can take sides on that because, again, I am not a fan of that video. I don't know if that video should have been posted in the first place. That's really not the conversation we're actually having. We're having a conversation about Rosie inserting herself into this and making this about herself. And Rosie's speaking to Rachel as if Rachel should care what Rosie has to say. Because somehow this is about Rosie. But then she said, so, and this is why I say these things. So then Rosie continues to say, I'm so disappointed in this entire situation. Me too, Rosie. Me too. You are one of the only channels I could enjoy watching in this topic, and I just don't think this is good enough. Man. I'm so sorry Rachel let you down, Rosie. So sorry. I can't. I really can't. If this had existed in a vacuum, to be honest with you guys, I know I'm being an absolute B word here. If this existed on its own in a vacuum, I could have been like, whatever. Everybody's allowed to be disappointed at some point, right? Everybody's going to let us down at some point. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's going to make you mad at some point, right? Even the most perfect person in the whole world is going to say, do, cough at the wrong moment, fart in the wind. Something's going to happen. And you're going to be like, man, really? Even you? It's going to happen. There's no such thing as a perfect person, right? So if this was just this, I could be like, all right, Rosie, whatever. Okay, sure. You came back after a less than 2-month hiatus. You haven't changed a goddamn thing. Sure, you can come back and judge people. It's fine. Like, you've got the moral high ground here. Sure. Come in swinging. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. Come on in. The interesting thing about this post, however, are the comments underneath it. So these are most of the comments. I don't know if these are all of them, but these are most of them as of me receiving them. Again, thank you for the help on these, my dear irregulars. So the ones that are important here are someone pointing out, are you still trying to slide into Emily's DMs, Rosies? This is a little much. You shared your private DMs with Amber. Get off your high horse. Someone said, oh, girl, please. Did you know people are speculating that you are A, 3 laughing faces, Why with you white knighting for Emily in the past and all? Then someone points out, this is Rosie, the girl who outed her DMs with Amber about going after Emily. Someone said, shouldn't you be back on your channel posting eating videos with strong feedy vibes for your fans/clients? Or did you go back into hiding for some more time when you realized the reaction channels are still on your radar and will be for as long as you continue to post this kind of content on your channels? Get off your high horse. We'll leave that part out. Something, your hypocrisy. And then another person said 100%. Another person said, hey, Rosie, honestly think you are A. The way person A speaks is very similar to the DMs with Amber you posted and the messages you left Emily about Rarity. Obviously, since A wants to stay anonymous, I can't say for sure it's you, but girl, you being in this comment section is sus. But if it was you, hopefully Emily puts out the entire conversation. And then this same person goes on to say, girl, as I said in Jordy's chat, it sounded like Rosie and a lot of other people agree. And now here she is putting her 2 cents in again. And then another person points out, you are the last one who should have an opinion on this, as you did the exact same thing you're virtue signaling about. So, yeah. So all of that, if that had just existed in a vacuum, again, Rosie got roasted in the comments section after her little, again, virtue signaling for going after somebody for doing the exact fucking same thing she did last year to Amber. So I don't know what goes through this woman's head. I really don't. I do plan to break this down more with the dark anthropology way of thinking, but it's very much trying to position herself in a position of authority, but also in a position of power as well, where she's trying to present herself as a authority in this topic, as if she has some form of knowledge or experience that Rachel should be acknowledging in some way, as if Rachel should be particularly upset that Rosie is disappointed in Rachel, right? As if Rachel should care more about Rosie's disappointment than anyone else's, right? Because Rachel got a lot of pushback about this video. Rachel got a lot of pushback from a lot of people, and probably from some people that Rachel gives way more shit about than Rosie, right? But yet Rosie feels like her pushback should have more emphasis than anyone else's, right? I don't particularly know exactly what weights Rachel puts on whoever's pushback, right? I'm sure Rachel has her own rankings, because I know, like, within my ecosphere, there are certain people who, like, if they came out and was like, girl, nah, I would feel a little bit more like, that would feel a little bit heavier than if other people were to come in and be like, I'm so disappointed in you. Like, there would be a different level of impact, right? There would be a much different level of impact. But for someone to come in and just presume, as Rosie did in this situation, but then to have people in the comment section reminding Rosie of her place. And then this is a live from 2 days ago. Let me double check. Yeah, this is a live from 2 days ago. I love that there's transcripts. I don't know if this happens in all the lives or just Rosie's, but this is a live from 2 days ago. We're just going to jump to the parts where she's talking about Rachel, because Rosie isn't talking about Rachel. She's going to say Rachel's name. She's going to talk about Rachel's video. She's going to mention Rachel, right? She's going to mention the video and the incident and yada yada. Rosie isn't talking about Rachel. Rosie is inserting herself into this. This has nothing to do with Rosie. Absolutely nothing to do with Rosie. But Rosie is going to insert herself into it anyway. You saw in the comments under Rosie's comment that one person meant, maybe two, there was one or two people mentioned that they thought, or they jokingly mentioned that they thought A, the mysterious A, might be Rosie, right? And maybe those people were serious, maybe they weren't. I don't follow Jordy very closely at all. And I am not on the Reddits or anywhere else. So I don't know how rampant the speculation that Rosie is A actually is. Okay. So outside of those two comments and Rosie running with it, I don't know how much people really are taking it seriously that Rosie might be A, right? All we have is the initial A. We don't have a name for A. I'm willing to bet at this point, because Rachel's video is maybe a week old, almost a week old at this point. I'm willing to bet that various parts of the internet probably have already identified who A is. So to speculate that A might be Rosie at this point, even 2 days ago at this point, is ridiculous, because probably everyone knows who A is, and I'm just blind because I don't swim in those circles. But yet, Rosie loves the idea of the rumor being that she is A so much that she is going to work like hell during this live to keep that rumor going. And she's going to feed that during this live to her audience so hard because she wants people to think that she might be A. She's not. Maybe she is. I don't think she is at all. But she wants you to think that she might be. This whole thing that she's going to go on about with Rachel has nothing to do with Rachel. It has nothing to do with Rachel's video. It has nothing to do with her opinion of Rachel or any of that, or her disappointment in Rachel or any of that shit. Rachel doesn't even matter. Rachel could be the man on the moon. What it's about is Rosie inserting herself in a piece of Gorlwold drama that's going on right now. Because as much as we hate to say this, this is a piece of Gorlwold drama right now. And Rosie wants to be in the middle of it so bad. Even though during every single one of her lives leading up to this point, she has said, I don't want anything to do with Gorlwold. I don't even want to hear the word Gorlwold in my lives. I don't want anything to do with Gorlwold. Yet, somehow, she has managed to mention it in damn near every live she's done so far. And then in this one, she mentions not once, but twice this whole drama with Rachel's video and manages to insert not once, but twice that she might be. Did you know that people think she might be A? She might be. She may be A. Did you know that? People think she might be A. It's ridiculous. It's silly. The people think she might be A. Did you know that? She might be A. We're gonna watch this because first off, it's absolutely ridiculous. And secondly, the audacity that she has in the way that she speaks about her, just about Rachel and about reactors is just dumbfounding. So we're going to watch this. We're all going to watch it together. Go get your popcorn. Go get your liquid death. I'm sorry, this amuses me beyond words. The other one's just cherry. It's just cherry flavored. It's not as much fun. But anyway. All right. You got your drinks, got your popcorns. Let's go.
Can hide in and just quickly be like,
why is she in a swimming pool? Do you guys remember the hot tub Twitch streams? Does anybody remember hot tub Twitch streams? where it's basically just an excuse to have as much flesh on display as humanly possible for no reason. That is why she's in a swimming pool. I'm sure there's some other explanation for it, but really the reason she's in the swimming pool is so that she can effectively be this and be alive. That's all this is. She just wants to be in a bathing suit live for no reason. Let's go.
Oh, hey, oh, hold on. I want to address this. Off topic, but I saw your comment on Rachel's video on Emily. I completely agreed with you. That video was so wrong. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for validating me. Thanks. I don't even know who she's talking to.
I'm glad you said that because I want to touch on that. I don't plan on engaging in Gorlwold normally. And as I said in that comment, Rachel was one of 2 creators that I watched that talked about Amberlynn on the regular still, because I stopped watching everybody else because I just was so sick of the obnoxiousness, the hypocrisy, the
big words that I have to remember.
Just the nastiness,
I'm sorry, I'm getting catty. Sorry.
It was just like I was already kind of over Gorlwold, and I really not engaged in it with it like I used to. But Rachel was one of the only creators that I genuinely enjoyed, and when that video got posted, I was so pissed off.
I think the other reason why she's going after Rachel right now is because she wants Rachel to address her, because of the Gorlwold personalities, there's like just a handful of them that Rachel hasn't talked about, and Rosie's one of them. And I think this is personally I think this is Rosie's attempt at getting Rachel to address her and talk about her, because Rosie has this fantasy. Rosie has a hierarchy of reaction channels in her head, where certain reaction channels are better than others, like they're more elite than others, where like Michelle McDaniels is not really a reaction channel. She's like she's better than reaction channels, and so's Obese to Beast. Now keep in mind that both Obese to Beast and Michelle McDaniels have said nice things about Rosie, whereas Jordy and the rest of us we're not real. We're just nasty reaction channels because we don't do any kind of like we're not intellectual reaction channels. Rachel will fall into that intellectual. She falls into that intellectual, like essay style reaction channel for Rosie. And so Rosie wants Rachel to address her because she feels like Rachel's like that cut above the base reaction channels, because like we don't do anything academic over here ever. I don't have several videos on her academically over here. And so that's what I think personally, that's what she's hoping for, is for Rachel to do one of her more broken down, more essay style videos on Rosie. I honest to God think that's what she's fishing for. And personally, I don't think Rachel should do it, but that's my personal opinion on the matter, because I know that would just drive Rosie up a fucking wall to be one of the few girls in Gorlwold that doesn't get the royal treatment of having a essay style video done for her on one of the nice channels. I think the same, like, I haven't heard her talk about Snowflake yet, but I'll bet given enough time, she'll start begging Snowflake to do a video on her in her roundabout way, because with the exception of like Anna, I think Anna's the only girl the Snowflake hasn't done a like full ass video on, like an essay video on. But I know Snowflake has watched Anna, like has watched some of Anna's stuff. Rosie's the only one I don't think Snowflake's watched any of, right? So I think it's only a matter of time before Rosie starts going in on Snowflake too, probably. So Also, you know, they all have British accents, so of course they're smarter than all of us.
I think it was, and then I checked the Reddit because I don't get on there like super regularly like I used to. And then I saw a bunch of comments being like, I think it was Rosie. And I'm like, why am I catching strays? Look, if I'm ever going to share messages or anything like that.
You mean like you have?
It's going to come from me with my name and context attached because I'm not a fucking, I almost said a word I shouldn't say.
I'm trying to read her body language. Excuse me. I'm trying to read her nonverbal communication.
I'm not a fucking little loser.
Okay.
Who's gonna post that shit but like hide. Like, what would I gain from handling it that way?
I don't think she is but
So I thought it was insane. Like, and it was a lot of people.
keep in mind, Rosie has shared DMs. Again, going back to the Amber thing. Rosie has stirred the shit pot on purpose. Again, not just with Amber, but with other people. Rosie nuked her own Discord by pretending to have an affair with her ex-boyfriend who was with another person at the time. And if my memory serves, which it may not, but if my memory serves correctly, the girlfriend of the ex was unaware that this was a joke and was concerned that she was being cheated on to the point where she was asking people what the fuck was going on. So Rosie has a history that would make her would make people wonder if A really was Rosie. My point is Rosie's shifty and has a history of being shifty. So for people, if this is true, if people really on the Reddit really are claiming that Rosie might be A, it's not that far-fetched for people to think that, right? I personally don't think Rosie is, because this was going off of the messages from what I saw, this was like a long con. This went on for a while, so this was a long con. I don't think Rosie's capable of a long con. I don't think she has the patience for it. I think she gets bored or impatient after a while, which I think is why A, she nuked her own Discord, and B, why she quit YouTube after a while, and then also why she couldn't be gone for more than 2 months off of YouTube. I don't think she has the patience for the long haul, right? Anyway, that's my personal opinion.
Saying that they thought it was me. And I was like,
There are at least 2 people under your comment section who said that. Does that mean there were a bunch of people on Reddit? I don't know. Again, I don't get on the Reddit.
And then thankfully other people were like, no, like Rosie left a comment, like it definitely wasn't her. And I was
like, why is Rosie leaving a comment absolve her of being A? I mean, just to play devil's advocate, that doesn't clear you of being A. Oh my god, I left a comment on someone's video, therefore there's no way in hell it could possibly have been me.
like, thank you. Like, whether you like me or not, you know, that's your prerogative.
Don't be wrong, girl. I don't think it was you, but it's not because you left a comment.
But like, if I were to do something like that, I would have done it with my name and face attached to it with my full chest.
You and Amber in your full chest.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Netflix. I saw several comments to the point that I left a comment on Reddit, being like, defending myself, because I was like,
she loves that she's being talked about. She loves it. She fucking loves this. And not only does she love that she's being talked about, she loves that she can encourage people to keep talking about it. Do you know that people think I'm A? Oh my god, you guys. People think I'm A. There's people talking about me on the Reddit. They think I'm A. But if I were A, I would totally use my own name and put my whole chest in it. But people think I'm A. People think I'm A, you guys.
That was me. If you saw that Reddit comment, that was me.
Because no one in the history of the world has ever had multiple accounts on social media, on Reddit. You know, because Reddit's well known for vetting the people on it to make sure that people don't have multiple accounts and aren't, like, faking who they are.
But anyway, I don't want to stay on the topic, but I wanted to address it.
Girl. Because yeah, you and the president, you both needed to address this.
So that way people knew. Because I think I feel so much better distancing myself from Gorlwold.
Is that why you bring it up every fucking stream? Is that why you bring it up every stream and you felt compelled to leave a comment under Rachel's community post? That's distancing yourself from Gorlwold? Is that how we distance ourselves from Gorlwold? We mention it every time we have a live stream and we comment directly underneath reactors' videos and comments? Is that how we distance ourselves? I thought distancing ourselves was not interacting with it. That's how I distance myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
The whole thing is toxic, and like as much as I don't like Amberlynn, which is very obvious to everybody,
I have to mention her name at least once in every live stream. I have to tell people how much I don't like her in every live stream. That's how much I'm distancing myself from this.
I've really just opened my eyes to how horrific.
Oh, by the way, I also had to get on the Reddits to let everyone know how much I'm distancing myself. I have to tell you constantly how much I'm distancing myself. That's how much I'm distancing myself.
The concept of Gorlwold is my deep regret for ever being involved in it. My deep regret for, I said in the.
You inserted yourself. You walked in, shoved two people aside, sat your ass down, and inserted yourself directly into the conversation. You weren't like a shrinking violet in the corner and were like, "Oh, me?" No, bitch. You like walked in, Kool-Aid your ass in, sat down, and was like, "I am part of this."
The comment to Rachel that like, I regret releasing the DMs between me and Amber.
No, you don't. If you regret releasing the DMs between you and Amber, it's because it didn't get the reaction you were hoping for. You were hoping that releasing the DMs between you and Amber, people were going to be patting you on the back and being like, "Oh my God, Rosie, isn't Amber crazy? Oh my God, you're so clever getting her to just crash out on you on the internet like that. Oh my God, you're so smart." That's what you were hoping would happen, and that's not what happened. Because A, we know Amber's nuts. And B, we know Amber will go off on people when they go after her girlfriends because we've watched it happen before in the past. And everybody wanted to know, after spending over a year telling us how horrible Tommy is, why the fuck you were leaving a comment of sympathy on Tommy's Instagram and why the hell you were talking to Amber. Why? That makes no sense. Makes no fucking sense at all, unless you were trying to set Amber off. That's the only way that makes sense. That's what everyone wanted to know.
Because it didn't go the way that I thought it would.
No shit. You expected to come out of that as one of the guys, as like everybody patting you on the back, and what really ended up happening was everybody wanted to know why the fuck you were touching the poo.
And it ended up, I feel like, hurting me in the long run.
You think?
In a way I didn't anticipate.
So you're admitting this. Okay. So you're admitting that you expected everyone to like you, but what ended up happening is everybody started questioning what the hell you were doing. And this is why she became such a point of focus with the reaction channels after that, because everybody was trying to figure out why she was doing that. By the way, up to this point where she's DMing Amber, right? She's buddying up to the reaction channels. She's trying to become friends with various reaction channels and trying to like, hey, I'm one of you guys. I'm one of you guys. Yeah, I'm one of you guys. But you're not. You're just trying to make nice with us so we won't react to you. That's what you're trying to do. And it worked to a point. But once everybody kind of figured out what you were doing, then we all got mad.
And I didn't ask her to reach out to me, but like at the end of the day, I wish I hadn't even commented the original comment that I made. I just wish I hadn't been involved at all.
You didn't ask Amber to reach out to you, but you put a message of sympathy about Amber's cat, by the way. We can talk about that all we want. But you messaged Tommy about Amber's missing cat and told Tommy how you were sorry that Tommy had to deal with that, even though you think Tommy's the devil because Tommy's a feeder, knowing full damn well Amber will see that comment. You didn't ask Amber directly to contact you, but that's as good as asking Amber to contact you. And you damn well know that.
So that's how I feel.
You and your duper's delight, that's how you feel?
Yeah, I can't believe they thought it was me.
Really? You can't?
I was just like, I just think they wanted their little like fan fiction moment, you know, to be like, because people love conspiracies and over there, and there's just a bunch of mentally ill people running around thinking that they're better than the other mentally ill people they're making fun of, and that's coming from a mentally ill person that used to be a part of it. So take with that what you will.
That you're mentally ill shaming? Okay. I'll take a lot from that, actually. Thanks. I love how she's so above it. Take what you want from that. Okay, I will.
So the TLDR, Brooke, is there's a creator named Rachel who released a video releasing very censored and anonymous DMs alleging that ALR abused her most recent ex physically, and that those receipts may or may not seem verifiable, but the way it was done was really gross, and the way Rachel handled it was really gross. I'm really...
Okay, until we got to the point where she just decided to add the really gross part. That was the TLDR, but it's up to the individual to decide if it was gross or not.
Really upset because I really thought that Rachel was like the quote-unquote exception, but there's no...
Do you feel bad yet, Rachel? Do you feel bad? Do you feel bad that she doesn't like you? Huh? You feel bad yet? Does it make you feel bad yet? Because I know I would feel bad. I feel horrible. I know when she tells people that she's lost respect for me, as she has done. I know it makes me feel bad. Sorry. Bringing it in. Bringing it in.
Exception. Like, I thought that about a few other creators that I used to like, and...
The part that I love about this is she will not say my name.
There's no exception. If you get that deeply involved in Gorlwold, you become the jokes that you make. And I've seen it time and time again.
She'll go after Nerfy. She's now going after Rachel. She will not say my name. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Their few minutes of fame. Yup. So anyway.
I'm mildly curious as to why, honestly, because, like, it's so weird. She doesn't have a problem going after people. So I'm mildly curious why she's affording me that weird like, is it protection? Like, is she affording me some form of protection here? Does she think it, like, because I know she's talking about me, but does she think it's like, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it exactly why. I know she's talking about a couple other people as well, because I know I'm not the only reactor she reached out to like this, and that who effectively had the same reaction to her. So I know I'm not the only person she's talking about when she's pulling this shit. But so I just wonder why we're the ones whose names she won't mention. And I don't know why. And I'm just very curious why that is. Like, is she afraid if she says the names that there'll be an even worse reaction to it? Maybe some of the others will have a more volatile reaction to it. I don't know. So I'm just very curious why there's that need to protect those names, right? Because she's shown that she will go after people. She's doing it with Rachel, as I've said before in the past. She'll do it. She's done it to Nerfy multiple times. Like, she's got whole streams where she just goes off on Nerfy, just for like 10-20 minutes, just nothing but going after Nerfy. And now she's doing it to Rachel. Rachel's channel's not small, right? Nerfy, she felt comfortable doing it too, because Nerfy's channel's not that big. It's not a big channel, and Nerfy's kind of gone a little dormant lately. Rachel's doesn't have it. Rachel's channel's bigger than mine. Rachel's channel's like twice my size, right? So going after Rachel's not a small feat. But it's like, so I was just like, really? I don't get it. Anyway,
it was unethically obtained. Yeah, it was very manipulated. And the fact that people thought that I was the anonymous A person.
See, I was A. People think I'm A. Have I told you guys that people think I'm A? You guys, people think I might be A. Did you know that I might be A?
Really pissed me off, because I would never do something that manipulatively evil.
Let me start at the top again. Rosie's been in several different reactors DMs trying to buddy up to them when she originally came into the Gorlwold scene, trying to buddy up to them to make friends, specifically so that they wouldn't react to her. Rosie, well, initially tried to piss Amber off, specifically so that she would have DMs from Amber so that she could publish them, on the hopes, as she's admitted in this live stream, in the hopes of getting clout, basically. And that backfired, as again she admitted in this stream. Rosie, when she left the feeder community, which she was part of for a very long time, burned a lot of bridges in that community, because she was taking other people's stories and retelling them as if they were her own. And she got called out for it by at least one of the women in the community. What are some of the other documented ones that I can think of? Okay, those are the three that I can come up with off the top of my head. I know there are other ones that if I took a little bit of time and just went through my notes, I can come up with some others. Oh, yeah, her own fucking Discord. She trolled her entire Discord with her fake story of having an affair with her ex. She's not that manipulative? Really? She was laughing about that, the thing with the Discord, about how I was laughing the whole time I was writing that up and watching people spread rumors about it. Ha 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 ha. But what part of that isn't manipulation? Okay. All right.
It was gross. That whole thing was gross.
You literally did the same fucking thing to Amber. Don't get me wrong, it's Amber. But girl, you have like no leg to stand on here.
The person who allegedly did it apparently possibly used the loss of their past partner to get that information out of Emily, and it's fucking gross. The whole thing is gross.
She can't even make eye contact with the camera right now while she's doing this. She's being so fucking self-righteous right now. So gross, you guys. It's so gross.
And I think it's abhorrent. And the fact that people thought it was me pisses me off.
Does it? Does it, though? How many more times are you going to mention that people think it's you? The lady doth protest too much.
Because absolutely not. So anyway, I'd like to change the topic now.
I'd like to change the topic. It's just I'd like to change the topic now. It just floats away. Seriously. Change the topic. All right. All right, cool.
But it's been addressed. So
Hey, baby girl.
yeah, they've almost all eventually become the subject they claimed it to test. Oh, Rosie, don't be messy. Don't be messy, bitch. Don't be messy. Don't say what you want to say. It was very manipulative. It was gross. It's fucking nasty. I've never DM'd with Emily, and a lot of reaction channels misreported that.
They did? I don't remember a single channel saying that you DM'd with Emily. We have all accurately said that you messaged Emily because you did. So.
Because I never DM'd. I've never privately spoken to Emily, ever.
I don't think anybody said you privately spoke with Emily. And also, Emily doesn't share her DMs, so unless you're going to share your DMs with Emily, we can't really prove if you did or didn't. And the fact that you're bringing it up kind of makes me wonder if you did.
I never wanted to.
You never wanted to DM with Emily, but yet you would leave messages of sympathy on Emily's Instagram. I don't know, man. The lady doth protest too much.
Hi, baby. How are you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm glad my family's visiting, for sure, for sure.
Here's my precious girl.
Thank you, Bird. I hope you're doing well as well. The pool makes you sassy, that's true. Hey, Nashi.
Alright, and since going off about Rachel once wasn't enough, you know, in a almost 3-hour stream, 2.5-hour stream, we have to do it twice. Because remember, guys, she doesn't want anything to do with Gorlwold. No. She doesn't want anything to do with Gorlwold. Look at that face. That's the Donald Trump face if I've ever seen it. Anyway.
Are we happy now? You a happy girl?
You can't see her now, but take us away.
Because I happened to think to screenshot them before the video was deleted, because I was a fan of Rachel, that she's a reaction channel. I was a fan of her, and I really liked her. And as I was watching her that video that she deleted, I was blown away at the end, because I straight up saw Duper's delight when she was talking about
the last person I'm going to listen to about body language and nonverbal is Rosie. So I don't know, maybe she's the first person I should listen to, honestly, but I'm gonna call bullshit on Rosie's ability to read nonverbal. Just going out on a limb.
like on her face, when she was talking about she didn't know what to do, if she should, or that she might or may not delete the video. She straight up had Duper's delight all over her face.
And yet, still, Rachel did take the video down. Rachel still did the thing that Rachel said she would do if people asked her to do it. Huh. It's almost as if Rachel has, what's that word? It starts with an I. Ooh, integrity.
And it was so clear as day to me. And I
think you could bitch about Rachel and the video and this particular moment if Rachel had left the video up. I think there are things that you could complain about if Rachel had left the video up, right? But Rachel didn't, right? I think even if Rachel had maybe left the video up and then turned AdSense off and made the video non-monetizable, I think you could even still then maybe complain about the video. But Rachel said something to the effect of, I don't know the exact wording anymore, but something to the effect of, you know, I don't know, you guys, if you don't like this video, I'll take it down. And I know she got backlash for it, and so she took the video down. I'm hoping that there's some kind of like, I know she posted a community post apologizing for it and kind of updating people on it. And I'm hoping that there will be some kind of like video update basically explaining the whole situation. I mean, I think that's pretty much all that's all you can really do at that point, right? It's been addressed. It's over. It's done with, right? Like, what do you want, Rosie? Do you want her to come to your house and get down on her hands and knees and like kiss your feet and be like, oh my God, Rosie, I'm so sorry that I disappointed you in particular. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you liked me that much. Oh, my life is over. Yeah, no, fuck you.
I hadn't seen that before from her, and I was so caught off guard.
Caught off guard? Sorry. She is from Florida. I don't know if this is how people in Florida talk.
And I was so upset because I was like,
About
I
what?
really thought she was better than that.
Better than what? Let's pretend for 5 seconds that she might have had Duper's Delight at the end of that video. Let's pretend. She still took the video down. And? What's your fucking point, Rosie? What is your point? What is your literal point right now? What argument? Let's pretend for a minute that I have even a like this much of the rhetoric training that Rachel has. By the way, her degree is in rhetoric. Let's pretend. What's your fucking point, Rosie? What argument are you making right now? I saw at the end of the video that Rachel had a piece of Duper's Delight at the end of the video. Okay? And she took the video down. She said she would. If people didn't like the video, she said she'd take the video down. People didn't like the video, and she took the video down. What's your argument? There's a point here, I'm assuming, which is what?
Because of the backlash. Every comment was telling her to delete the video, and
Because she asked.
that it was bad.
I didn't read the comments, so I have actually no idea what the backlash was. I assume it was bad enough that she took the video down. But I distinctly remember her saying something to the effect of, if y'all don't like the video, I'll take it down. Those are not the exact words. Again, it's been almost a week at this point.
And that she shouldn't have done it. Everyone was telling her that it was no one was agreeing with her. I think I saw 3 comments that were like, I see where you're coming from. But even like still like the entirety of the...
Also, I will believe 1% of what this woman is saying right now.
concept of that video, the way it was handled, like from start to finish, was just abhorrent. And to think that people thought that I would be willingly a part of that and that I would like get myself that involved.
You mean like you're doing right now? You mean like how you're trying desperately to insert yourself into it right now? Like how you're dying to make this about yourself right fucking now? Is that what you're talking about? Why people would think that you're trying to make this about yourself? How you're desperate to insert yourself into this? Okay.
To then just turn around and not have my name face associated with it and to remain anonymous. Like, it just pissed me off. And that people thought that I would do that.
Oh, let's talk about Duper's Delight, shall we?
At all. Her channel name is literally Rachel.
Uh-huh. Well, that also shows how little you pay attention, but go on.
Yeah, I saw the original video. So, because what happened was I was scrolling on Twitter, and I have a lot of, like, the Gorlwold stuff muted, but people still...
Muted, but not blocked. We can play this game, too. Muted, but not blocked. So clearly you don't want to actually not be part of Gorlwold, Rosie. Because if you didn't want to be part of Gorlwold, you wouldn't just mute it. You would block it. Even though they do the exact fucking same thing. Anyway. What? Not good enough for you?
Meow.
Huh. He's my girl.
Wait. What? I'll bet you it's not 7. I'll bet you it's not even anywhere near 7 o'clock right now. I bet you it's not. What? I love you too.
You want my liquid death? She's like, no, it smells like awful.
pop through occasionally, and I still occasionally see something of
Because you haven't completely disengaged from Gorlwold?
from people that I don't follow. And I saw someone make reference to, like, it was like their relationship being like physical, and I was like, what? And then that's when I scrolled down and realized that someone had just recently that Rachel had recently uploaded, and I just hadn't seen it yet because I had recently watched her other video that she had made, because she made like multiple videos in a short amount of time.
Rachel doesn't make a bunch of videos in a short amount of time. Rachel's videos are pretty steady. So again, clearly you don't actually watch Rachel, but whatever.
And then I went to go watch it.
The fastest Rachel puts videos out is maybe twice a week? Hang on a quick. Hang on. All right. I stand corrected. Rachel was putting a video out basically once a day or once every other day. So, all right. I guess that's a pretty quick release schedule. I don't have a lot of room to talk there. It's not like she was putting one like 2 out a day or anything like that. But also, Rachel just put a video out, so good times.
And I think I left the comment before I finished even watching the video.
Well, that's always good to do. It's always good to leave a comment before you have the full context of a video. Especially when it's a comment telling people how much you no longer respect them and how much you're disappointed in them because of a video. It's always good to leave that kind of a comment before you've watched the entire video. It's like when people don't watch the intro of my videos and then ask me a question about something that I addressed in the intro of my video.
I think. I'm pretty positive that's how it went down.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like good way through it by the time I felt strongly enough to talk about it.
Ah. But not strongly enough to watch the whole video before commenting. Okay. Do you think that's a sign of strength? Did you think that's like that impulsivity, that inability to complete something before commenting? Do you think that's a sign of like anyway?
I'm pretty sure. And then after
I don't think that's demonstrating what you're hoping it's demonstrating, but whatever.
left the comment, and after I finished the video was when I got on Reddit, and then I saw someone say, I think it was QuirkyLoveRosee, and I was like, excuse me?
Really? You thought that was me? She's like Amber when Amber gets a new diagnosis. Oh my god, you guys!
And the first person that responded to her was like, I really hope it wouldn't be QL. People call me QLR.
Because that's the abbreviation of your channel. They've called you that since you started your channel.
It just pisses me off.
Does anything not piss you off? She loves that people call her QLR.
They abbreviated it to QLR. The day I realized that there was that correlation, oh, I was so pissed.
She loves it. She loves it.
But anyway, and so I was that's when I went on. So I had a Reddit burner that got exposed as me.
Yeah. So you're admitting that you have burner Reddit accounts, but yet why would anyone think that A is you? You're admitting to having burner accounts. Why would anyone think that you would have an anonymous Instagram account? Wow, that's crazy talk, I guess. Okay.
I really don't care. There's nothing on there that I always knew there was that possibility.
It's no big deal or anything. I mean, I have burner burner Reddit accounts, but yeah, whatever. It doesn't everybody. I mean, I don't. Do I? If I do, I don't remember.
So I
Do I?
went back on that
Does it count if you don't remember?
account that because I've abandoned it, but I kept it, and I'm glad that I did.
Oh, shit. I abandoned it, but I kept it, and I'm glad I did. Oh my god, I have a burner account on Reddit. So wait, why are we talking about your burner account?
So because I have another burner that I use.
So you have multiple burner accounts on Reddit, but yet you're stunned that people think that A might be you.
On different subreddits that I occasionally hop on.
Okay. But guys, it's so weird that people might think that A is me.
But
Why is she flexing like this too? Like she's like, oh my god, you guys, I'm such a spy.
I popped back on that account and I said something because I was just like,
So I got on my burner account to go defend myself on Reddit. Okay. I couldn't defend myself on my actual Reddit account. I had to get on my burner account to go defend myself that I wasn't A. Okay. That's not weird.
crazy. Hey, Michelle. That's what I'm saying, Nashi. It like when people call me QLR, I'm like, I want to actually jump off a cliff. I hate it.
I'm gonna call you QLR from now into eternity.
Which I probably shouldn't say because that just gives people more reason to say it.
Which is exactly why I know she loves it when people call her QLR. So, my point is, all Rosie's doing here is trying desperately to insert herself into this drama. She sees that this video that Rachel put out has caused a bit of stir in the reaction community, in Gorlwold community, more on Rachel's side. It's honestly, it's a blip. It's just a blip. It happened. It'll be handled. People will get over it. It's a learning experience. We will all live. Time will pass. It will be forgotten. Da-da-da. But it made a stir. And Rosie saw that. And Rosie is so desperate to be in the middle of everything. Even though she totally doesn't want to be part of Gorlwold, you guys. But because of that, she has to insert herself. And two of the ways she's inserting herself is she desperately wants everyone to know that people think she's A. And oh, by the way, you guys, she might be A. Did you know she has a bunch of burner accounts? So why would people think she's A? If she was A, she would let you know with her whole chest that she was A. She wouldn't do something so, what does she call it? Anyway, she would let you know she was A by using one of her burner accounts, apparently. And the other way that she's doing it is she's trying to somehow like project her disappointment onto Rachel as if Rachel should care, right? As if Rachel should see Rosie as some kind of like authority figure that Rachel should give a shit about. Like, you know, oh my God, Rosie is ashamed of my behavior on the internet. I should go correct myself because Rosie has taken umbrage with something that I have, some video that I have made, even though the behavior in that video is almost identical to the behavior that Rosie has done not once but almost twice herself, but somehow me doing it is shameful. Okay. So it's just one of these ways that she's trying to put herself back into Gorlwold, to be perfectly honest, to make herself part of Gorlwold and to make everyone remember that she is part of Gorlwold. Girl, don't worry, we haven't forgotten. You are not part of Gorlwold. You're not the part of Gorlwold that you want to be. And that, I think, is irritating her and does irritate her quite a bit. I think the third thing that she's really trying to do here, and this is just my personal opinion, whether it is happening or not, and this is honestly up to Rachel or not, I think she's desperately trying to get Rachel to acknowledge her. I think this is very much a notice me senpai moment, because again, in Rosie's head, and I have screenshots to back this up, Rosie does have a hierarchy of the reaction channels, and there's like reaction channels like me basically down here where we're just talking heads, where there's no higher thought here. We're not doing anything like we're not doing anything academic over here. And then there's like Michelle McDaniels up here who's doing like essay style, like documentary style reaction things, right? Because Michelle McDaniels did basically kind of like an expose that was very favorable of Rosie up here, right? So this is the hierarchy. And the reason why she has mentioned in the past that she likes Rachel, so many R's, is because Rachel does more of like these essay style, very think pieces, reactions, right? And Rachel does do these, and they are very well done. Which is one of the reasons she has the following that she has. And I think what Rosie wants is for Rachel to do a piece like that on her. This is another one of those situations where, should Rachel decide to do that, I don't think she should, but should Rachel decide to do that, I don't think it's going to be the piece, it's not going to be the video that Rosie thinks it's going to be. It's not going to be the, oh my God, Rosie's such a warrior. Rosie's breaking away from the feeder community. Oh my God, Rosie's, leading the charge and letting everybody know the dangers of the feeder community. And she's yada, 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 and blah, 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 blah. It's not going to look like that. Because Rachel, like the bottom feeders over down here, is going to do more research. It's not going to be like Michelle. And I'm not trying to be mean to Michelle, but Michelle clearly didn't do too much deep diving into Rosie, because it didn't take a lot for me to start finding very questionable shit on Rosie when I finally started doing that dive. Like her interview on the Whatever podcast and the other podcast interviews that she's done, not to mention the critiques that she's had from her past on the feeder communities. There's a lot of stuff out there that is questionable about Rosie, and that's from her past. That's not the shit that she's done in the past 2 years here with us, right? And that's the stuff Rachel's gonna find, right? That's what's gonna go into Rachel's video. Same thing as if Snowflake did this. Like, God help you if Snowflake decides to make a video about you. I've always said there's a handful of people that if they made a video about me, I would just quit the internet. I would just quit. I would just quit. And yeah, and you're fishing in those waters with those people, and you're not going to like the outcome. And you inserting yourself in this, I don't think she's A, because I don't think Rosie has it in her to do the long game. She might surprise me. Maybe she is. I highly doubt that she is. But I have been wrong in the past. But that's just my gut feeling. I'm going to go with it for now. But God help you if you are. Right? It's just these kind of things. Like, anyway. But I think that's what she wants. Is she wants to be embraced by these higher level reaction channels, and she wants these higher level reaction videos made about her, because I think she thinks that they will be like the Michelle McDaniel video and like Obese to Beast, where they will be more favorable of her and they will be kinder to her, and then she can be like, look, you guys, these reaction channels think I'm awesome, and these ones, who cares about these ones? Well, okay, cool, but what happens when they don't? What happens when these channels do the deep dive that they tend to do, and they find the shit that they tend to find, and they make the videos that they tend to make? You know, Megan made a video about you. It wasn't great. That wasn't good. Charlie found out about your ass and hasn't let up since. I mean, this isn't great. It hasn't helped. This hasn't worked well for you in the past. And now you're trying to sit here and kindle this fire that you may or may not be A. I'm pretty sure we figured out who A is by now. I don't know, but I'm willing to bet somewhere somebody's figured out whoever the fuck A is, right? If Emily themselves hasn't dumped that information, right? So, anyway, again, I just wanted to put this video out there because people have asked me about my opinion about the whole Rachel thing and the Rachel video. I made my opinion pretty clear, I hope, at the beginning. If I didn't, I don't know what to tell you. And B, I really wanted to point out that this bullshit with Rosie has nothing to do with Rachel. It has everything to do with Rosie desperately trying to insert herself into Gorlwold once again, and desperately trying to be part of Gorlwold in a way that isn't us looking at her. She wants to be an important figure in Gorlwold again, and her way of doing it is trying to keep this rumor going that she might be A, and B, trying somehow to make it seem like she is a high enough authority that reaction channels should care if she's disappointed in them or not. Okay? That's how this is coming. And again, I do think this is also very much a notice me senpai moment. And this is just her way of doing it. I don't think it would work out real well for her. But there's my stance on that. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and put a, I don't know, beach ball, because I don't think there's a swimming pool. Go ahead and put a beach ball in the comment section down below as your emoji. Let me know what you guys think down below. I don't really want to talk about Rachel's video because, I mean, I have my opinion and I've seen comments, so I'm pretty aware of what other people's opinions about Rachel's video are. So I'd really rather not talk about it in the comment section if that's at all possible. However, if we want to talk about this, that would be fine. Let's talk about Rosie's reaction, Rosie's video. We can talk about that. I'm not really here to talk about Rachel's video or any of that in the comment section. So if you guys could be, I don't know, respectful of that, that would be great. And that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. So thank you for everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. I do have 3 tiers of membership if anybody is interested. I feel like I forgot something. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. And if you like this kind of content, you might as well subscribe. When we get to 12K, we are going to sponsor another cat and another cat, but not this one. This one's already been adopted. This one's mine. And I will see everybody in the next one. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.